Do you hate exercising but still want to live a long, healthy life? What if I told you there are 7 simple things you can do every day to stay fit and feel great, even if you can't stand the gym? Meet Margaret, a 74-year-old who has never been fond of working out. In fact, she spent most of her life avoiding gyms and exercise routines. But despite this, Margaret is healthier and more active than ever, without lifting a single weight. How does she do it? Let's dive into how seniors like Margaret are thriving without breaking a sweat. These 7 simple tips will surprise you and show that staying healthy doesn't always mean hitting the gym. Stay tuned! Tip number 1. Daily walking. The hidden superpower Margaret, 74 years old, has always struggled to get excited about exercise. She's never been the type to hit the gym or take up an aerobics class. Instead, Margaret discovered something simple yet incredibly powerful: walking. Every morning, without fail, Margaret takes a 20-minute walk around her neighborhood. It's not a strenuous hike or a race, but a leisurely stroll that allows her to soak in the fresh air, admire the flowers, and chat with neighbors along the way. What's surprising is how much this small act benefits her health. Despite never loving physical activity, Margaret has noticed significant improvements in her energy levels, mood, and overall mobility. Walking is a low-impact activity, meaning it's gentle on the joints but still provides a powerful punch when it comes to maintaining health. It helps strengthen her legs, improve circulation, and maintain her balance, crucial elements as we age. The beauty of walking is that it's so accessible and doesn't require a gym membership or complicated equipment. It's as simple as stepping outside your door and putting one foot in front of the other. For Margaret, this 20-minute walk every morning has become an essential part of her daily routine. It's easy to overlook, but the benefits are undeniable. Walking regularly helps prevent frailty, which is one of the biggest challenges for seniors. It keeps muscles and bones strong, helps with joint flexibility, and lowers the risk of falls, something that can change the course of life as we age. Even better, Margaret isn't walking alone. She often invites her friend Helen, who's in her 70s, to join her. Their morning walks have become a time for bonding, laughter, and reflection. They chat about everything from family news to neighborhood gossip, and it's this social aspect that makes the walk feel less like a workout and more like a pleasant outing. Exercise doesn't have to feel like a chore when it's woven into a social routine. Margaret's story shows us how even the simplest forms of exercise can have a big impact on our health. A 20-minute walk may not seem like much, but over time the cumulative effects are enormous. By keeping her body moving every day, Margaret is not only improving her physical health, but also nourishing her mental and emotional well-being. It's proof that staying active, no matter how small the steps, is key to living a long, healthy life. So if you're someone who dreads the thought of vigorous exercise, try Margaret's approach. Start with a short walk, just 20 minutes a day. It's easy to fit into your schedule, doesn't require any special skills or equipment, and the added benefit of fresh air and social connection might just make you look forward to it every day. Tip number 2. Stretching and flexibility. No need for fancy yoga. Tom, 80 years old, never understood the appeal of yoga. For years, he dismissed it as something only for young, flexible people with a lot of time on their hands. But one day, after struggling with stiffness in his back and knees, Tom decided to give stretching a try. He started simple, just a few stretches in his living room while watching his favorite TV show. At first it was a little awkward, but he soon realized how beneficial it was for his body. Over time, Tom's stretching routine became an essential part of his day. He didn't need to sign up for a yoga class or invest in fancy equipment. His living room floor and a few minutes each day were all he needed. Simple stretches like reaching for his toes, gently twisting his torso, or stretching his arms overhead helped him regain a range of motion he thought he had lost forever. Now Tom feels less stiff and more flexible, and he notices how much easier it is to move around, even with the aches and pains that come with aging. Stretching regularly, as Tom discovered, is a fantastic way to maintain joint mobility and keep muscles flexible. It's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to combat the natural stiffness that comes with age. For seniors, stretching can improve circulation, reduce tension, and prevent the discomfort that often leads to reduced activity. And the best part? You don't need to do complex yoga poses to achieve these benefits. Gentle stretches are enough to make a noticeable difference. Tom's story is a great reminder that stretching doesn't have to be intimidating. You don't need to contort your body into pretzel-like shapes or attend a yoga studio to reap the rewards. In fact, stretching at home, in the comfort of your own space, can be even more relaxing and accessible. For Tom, stretching has become a moment of peace during the day, where he can focus on his body, unwind, and feel better. The beauty of stretching is that it can be done anywhere, at any time, whether it's in the morning before getting out of bed, during a commercial break while watching TV, or before you go to bed. A few minutes of stretching can work wonders. Over time, Tom noticed that not only did his body feel more flexible, but his posture also improved. Stretching helps keep muscles long and loose, reducing the tension that can pull us out of alignment and lead to back pain or stiffness. If you're not sure where to start, follow Tom's lead. Begin with simple stretches like reaching your arms over your head, gently twisting your torso to each side, or touching your toes. Hold each stretch for 10 to 15 seconds and repeat a few times. You'll be surprised how quickly these small actions add up. Just like Tom, you'll begin to feel better, move more freely, and find that staying flexible doesn't require a lot of effort, just consistency. Tip number 3, simple strength training. Your own body weight is enough. Alice, 77 years old, had always steered clear of strength training. The idea of lifting weights never appealed to her. She thought it was something for younger people or bodybuilders. But as she got older, Alice started to notice that her muscles were feeling weaker, and everyday tasks like carrying groceries or standing up from a chair became more challenging. One day, she decided to try something simple: squats and push-ups, using just her body weight. No gym, no equipment, just her own body working for her. At first, Alice was hesitant. She couldn't imagine how such simple movements could make a difference. But she gave it a shot. She began with a few wall push-ups and a couple of squats each morning. To her surprise, even these small movements had a noticeable impact on how she felt. Just a few weeks, Alice noticed she had more strength in her legs and arms. She didn't get tired as quickly when doing household chores, and she also felt more stable when standing or walking, which made her feel safer and more confident in her movements. Strength training doesn't have to mean lifting heavy dumbbells or using complicated machines. For seniors, exercises using your own body weight can be incredibly effective in building muscle and maintaining bone density. Squats, push-ups, and even simple lunges are all you need to work on muscle strength and endurance. By engaging your muscles regularly, you help preserve the muscle mass that naturally declines with age. Strengthening your muscles also has the added benefit of keeping your bones strong, reducing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Alice found that bodyweight exercises are not only simple but also incredibly convenient. She doesn't need a gym membership, special equipment, or even a lot of time. All she needs is a few minutes each day in her living room. She starts with wall push-ups, then moves on to squats. As she gets stronger, she adds a few more reps or tries different variations of the exercises to keep challenging herself. It's a routine that fits easily into her daily life, and the results speak for themselves. The beauty of bodyweight exercises is that they're scalable. You can start with a very basic level and gradually increase the difficulty as your strength improves. For example, Alice started with wall push-ups because they were gentler on her arms and shoulders. After a few weeks, she was able to move on to regular push-ups. The key is consistency. As long as Alice sticks to her routine, she continues to see improvements, and she doesn't need to worry about overloading her muscles. Each small effort compounds into significant gains over time. If you're new to strength training, take a page out of Alice's book. Start with simple bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups, and build up gradually. You don't need any special equipment, and you don't need to overdo it. Just a few minutes each day will help improve your strength, stability, and overall health. Plus, the more you practice, the stronger you'll feel. As Alice's story shows, it's never too late to build strength, and you don't have to lift weights to see powerful results. Tip number 4, active hobbies. Stay engaged without realizing. It's Exercise Jack, 82 years old, has always had a deep love for gardening. It's his favorite hobby, and for years, it's been his way of relaxing and connecting with nature. But what Jack didn't realize at first is that gardening is much more than just a peaceful pastime. It's an excellent form of exercise. From digging and planting, to bending, stretching, and trimming his garden, Jack gets more physical activity in an afternoon of gardening than he would in an hour at the gym. The beauty of active hobbies like gardening is that they don't feel like exercise at all. Jack doesn't think of it as working out, he's just doing something he loves. But as he digs in the soil, lifts bags of compost, and moves around his garden beds, his body is getting a full workout. Gardening involves a mix of aerobic, strength, and flexibility exercises, all while being low impact. Whether it's kneeling to plant flowers, bending to pull weeds, or stretching to prune a tree, Jack is constantly engaging his muscles, improving his mobility, and boosting his heart health. Engaging in hobbies is one of the best ways for seniors to stay active without even realizing it's exercise. When you're doing something you enjoy, it doesn't feel like a chore. Jack's story shows us that staying active doesn't always require a gym membership or structured workouts. In fact, hobbies like gardening, dancing, or even playing an instrument can keep seniors engaged both physically and mentally. These activities promote not only physical health, but also cognitive function, helping seniors stay sharp as they age. Jack's garden is a testament to his commitment to staying active. He spends hours every week planting flowers, trimming hedges, and designing new garden layouts. What might seem like a relaxing activity to others is actually a full-body workout for Jack. His body stays limber and strong, his heart stays healthy, and he finds joy in the process of watching his plants grow and bloom, giving him a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Gardening is a hobby that nourishes his body, mind, and spirit, all while keeping him active. The key to staying active as a senior is finding something that feels like fun rather than work. Gardening is an ideal example because it involves constant movement and variety, but it doesn't stop there. Other hobbies like dancing, walking, or even doing light housework can also provide great ways to stay physically engaged. Whether it's tending to a vegetable garden, dancing to music at home, or playing an instrument, these activities give seniors a way to exercise without the need for intense gym sessions. So if you're looking for a way to stay active but aren't fond of traditional workouts, consider taking up a hobby that involves movement. Just like Jack, you might find that something you already enjoy is the perfect way to keep your body moving and your mind sharp. Whether it's gardening, dancing, or any other active pursuit, possibilities are endless. And best of all, you'll be getting the exercise you need without it feeling like a task. Tip number 5. Stay social. Exercise doesn't have to be alone. Helen, 79 years old, always believed that exercise was something she had to do on her own. But that all changed when she decided to meet up with her neighbors every week for a walk and talk session. Instead of dragging herself to the gym or forcing herself to go for a solo walk, Helen found a way to make exercise fun and social. Every Thursday morning, she and her friends gather for a leisurely walk around the neighborhood. As they stroll, they chat about everything: family, current events, and even the latest gossip. It's less about the physical exercise and more about enjoying each other's company while moving. For Helen, this weekly walk has become something she looks forward to. The social interaction makes it feel less like a workout and more like a fun gathering with friends. It's a time for laughter, sharing stories, and strengthening connections, all while getting in some physical activity. Helen has found that socializing while walking not only boosts her mood, but also helps her stay consistent with her exercise routine. She's more motivated to get out the door, because it's not just about getting exercise, it's about spending quality time with people she enjoys. The lesson here is simple. When exercise becomes a social activity, it doesn't feel like a chore. For many seniors, the thought of working out alone can be daunting, but combining movement with socializing is a game changer. Whether it's walking, dancing, or even playing a game of pickleball, exercising with friends or family makes it more enjoyable and rewarding. As Helen's story shows, the added bonus of friendship and laughter can make the exercise feel effortless. Helen's weekly walks with her neighbors have become more than just physical activity. They're a way to stay connected with her community. Socializing is a key part of maintaining mental and emotional health, especially as we age. It helps reduce feelings of loneliness, boosts cognitive function, and fosters a sense of belonging. By making exercise a social event, Helen is not only improving her physical health, but also nurturing her mental and emotional well-being. What's even more remarkable is that Helen's walk and talk sessions have had a ripple effect. She's inspired a few other neighbors to join in, creating a supportive group of friends who keep each other accountable. It's a wonderful example of how staying social can motivate consistency in exercise. When you have someone to walk with or talk to during your workout, it doesn't feel like exercise at all. It's just time well spent with friends. If you're someone who struggles to stay motivated with exercise, think about how you can incorporate social time into your routine. You don't have to go it alone. Just like Helen, you can combine physical activity with social connection. Whether it's a weekly walk with neighbors, a group yoga class, or even dancing with friends at a local community center, socializing while exercising makes it fun and something to look forward to. This will keep you moving and laughing along the way. Tip number 6. Focus on posture. Strengthen your core without trying. George, 85 years old, never set out to become a bodybuilder, but one simple habit changed his daily life in a big way. He started paying attention to his posture. For years, George struggled with back pain and felt like he was always slouching. It wasn't until he read an article about the benefits of good posture that he realized how much of an impact it could have on his health. So George decided to focus on one thing every day, keeping his core engaged and his back straight. At first, it was a small, conscious effort, but over time it became second nature. Each day, George would stand up tall, draw in his stomach, and gently tighten his core muscles. He didn't need to do any fancy exercises or spend extra time at the gym. He just made a point to stand and sit with better posture throughout the day. The results were remarkable. His back pain, which had bothered him for years, started to fade. He also noticed that he felt stronger and more confident as he stood up taller. His core muscles, which had been weak from years of slouching, started to improve without him ever doing a single crunch or sit-up. Good posture is an often overlooked but incredibly effective way to improve strength, especially in your core. For seniors, strengthening the core muscles is crucial because they support the spine and help with balance, stability, and mobility. By simply paying attention to your posture, you can naturally engage your core and reduce the strain on your back. It's a low-effort but highly impactful habit that anyone can adopt at any age. The best part about improving posture is that it's something you can do throughout your day without setting aside extra time for a workout. Whether you're sitting at the table, walking around the house, or standing at the stove, you can make a point to align your body properly. By doing this consistently, you'll gradually strengthen your core, reduce back pain, and improve your overall posture without even realizing it. George's commitment to good posture has also had a positive effect on his confidence. Standing tall not only makes him feel stronger physically, but also mentally. He holds his head high when walking, shoulders back, and chest open. This small change has had a profound impact on how he carries himself. He no longer feels like he's shrinking as he ages. Instead, George feels empowered and proud of his body's ability to maintain its strength and form, even at 85. Focusing on posture also helps improve balance, which is especially important for seniors. A strong core gives you better control over your body's movements and reduces the risk of falls. By consciously engaging your core muscles, you're essentially giving yourself a built-in support system for everyday activities like walking, bending, or getting up from a chair. Over time, this will lead to better stability and less discomfort. If you're looking for an easy yet powerful way to stay stronger and reduce pain, take a cue from George. Start by paying attention to your posture throughout the day. Try standing up taller, pulling in your stomach, and engaging your core muscles. It's a simple change that can make a world of difference. Not only will you feel stronger, but you'll also carry yourself with more confidence. And who doesn't want that? Tip number 7. Mindful breathing. Calm the body and mind. Dorothy, 88 years old, has always believed in the power of a calm mind and a peaceful heart. Every morning, as the sun begins to rise, she sits in her favorite chair, closes her eyes, and practices deep breathing exercises. For Dorothy, it's more than just a way to start her day. It's a moment of tranquility that sets the tone for everything that follows. By simply taking deep, slow breaths, she feels a sense of calm wash over her, improving both her circulation and overall well-being. This simple habit has become an essential part of her daily, helping her stay grounded and centered despite the challenges of aging. The beauty of deep breathing is that it's something anyone can do, regardless of their fitness level or physical abilities. Dorothy doesn't need to get up early for a complicated exercise routine. Instead, she takes a few moments each day to focus on her breath. She inhales deeply through her nose, holds for a few seconds, and then slowly exhales through her mouth. This simple act has profound benefits. It helps reduce stress and anxiety while also improving circulation. As Dorothy breathes deeply, she can feel her body relax, and her mind becomes clearer and more focused. One of the main lessons Dorothy has learned from her breathing practice is how it can help calm both the body and the mind. As we age, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the stresses of daily life. But mindful breathing offers a way to manage that pressure. By slowing down and focusing on the breath, Dorothy can reduce feelings of anxiety or tension, allowing her to face the day with a calmer, more positive outlook. The act of breathing deeply also helps to lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and promote relaxation that can last throughout the day. Deep breathing has physical benefits, especially for seniors. It helps improve circulation, which is vital as we get older. By taking the time to breathe deeply, Dorothy increases oxygen flow throughout her body, which can enhance organ function, boost energy levels, and improve overall vitality. Dorothy doesn't need a gym or fancy equipment, just her own breath to feel more alive and energized. With each inhale, she feels more invigorated, and with each exhale, she releases tension and stress from her body. For Dorothy, mindful breathing is a form of self-care. It's her time to focus on herself, away from the noise of the world. In these quiet moments, she feels at peace, and her body responds by becoming more relaxed and in tune with itself. Over time, Dorothy has come to realize how crucial it is to make time for these moments of stillness, especially as she navigates the ups and downs of aging. It's a simple practice, but it brings her immense comfort and a sense of balance. If you're looking for a way to calm your body and mind, take a page from Dorothy's book. Start your day with a few minutes of deep, mindful breathing. Whether you're sitting comfortably in a chair or lying down, focus on your breath, let go of any tension, and allow yourself to simply be present. It's a simple but powerful way to reduce stress, enhance circulation, and improve your overall sense of well-being. Just like Dorothy, you'll discover how calming your breath can be for both body and mind. So there you have it. 7 simple, no-stress tips to stay healthy even if you're not a fan of exercise. Just like Dorothy, Margaret, and all the others, you can thrive with small changes that make a big difference in your life. Remember, it's not about perfection, but consistency, and finding what works for you. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, leave a comment below with a 9 if you're ready to start these tips, or a 0 if you're just getting started. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to stay active, stay positive, and live your best life. See you in the next video.